Some foreigners still imagine Siberia as endless snow, bears doing traffic control, and mysterious men in fur hats silently chopping woods. Well, today we'll see the real Siberia. Very warm people, wide streets, modern buildings, and giant opera and ballet house. I promise you. Wow, opera and ballet house is really tremendous. The biggest in the world. And yes, my dear viewers, our subway is very clean in every city. And people love each other. Siberian pies are worth buying. It's very, very fat food here because of climate again. The best to use from here. If Moscow is the heart of Russia, St. Petersburg is the soul of Russia, Novosibirsk is the brain of Russia, and sometimes it's a stomach of Russia. Because today, in the capital of Siberia, Novosibirsk, we are hunting for one of the main treasure of this region, Siberian pelmeni. By the way, I am Marina and this is channel Made in Rusland, and we are traveling around wonderful Russian region, Siberia. I hope you're with me. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the moment we've been waiting for. We are entering traditional pelmeni cafe to try authentic pelmeni. Have a look at this wonderful process. How to create the masterpiece, Siberian. We begin our walk today on Krasny Prospect or Red Avenue, the main street of Novosibirsk. You see wide street, elegant Soviet architecture, for example, cinema of 70s, last century, modern business centers and modern trade malls, a serious sense of movement. Wow, traffic jams, like in Moscow. My native city, Novosibirsk, is very young by Russian standards. It was founded only in 1893 because of Trans-Siberian Railway. Just imagine, the railway came first and then the city appeared around a railway station. Today, Novosibirsk has become the unofficial capital of Siberia. People here walk fast, think fast, and eat pelmeni too fast. A small chapel symbolizing the geographical center of Russia at the beginning of 20th century. Now it's not geographical center, but the chapel is still here because it's very cozy and beautiful. What do you make of that, my dear viewers? Just look around, there is something special here. Moscow can feel busy, St. Petersburg can feel poetic, but Novosibirsk feels very practical, in my opinion. By the way, it's a student city. There are a great deal of universities and academies. If you still don't know, my dear viewers, that I'm a jazz singer, so this is my musical college. I graduated many years ago. Birds do it, bears do it, even educated fleas do it. Let's do it, let's fall in love. Novosibirsk is the city of youth. But why? Because of great deal of academies and the universities. You see, it's the University of Russian economy. The future of Russian economy. Medical Academy founded in 1935 with a lot of Russian and foreign students. Very famous academy in Russia. My respect to future doctors. Novosibirsk University of Architecture and Design and Art. And so very many cafes and restaurants. I see several cafes in each building. And grocery stores are really impressive here. It's better than in Moscow. Everything for good life. Have a look at this. I'm really impressed. I didn't have a plan to film grocery stores, but I can't stop now. I think I must make special review about Novosibirsk grocery stores or supermarkets. I see abundance. And what about you, my dear viewers? Who told me that Russia is poor and Russia is struggling? My mouth is watering. $8 for 1 kilo. Wonderful, wonderful pies cooked right here. When I was a student 30 years ago, it was right after Soviet Union ruined, and it was a shortage of everything. Now it's a real abundance. By the way, Novosibirsk is a very green city. It's good for spending time with families, with kids. And here you can buy the food for squirrels or to feed birds. Now it's May, and it means that the nature is getting ready for blooming, because you know the winters are very harsh here in Siberia, and long and harsh, and now it's early spring and everybody's happy. When I am traveling somewhere in popular places or off the beaten tracks, everywhere I try to taste local dishes. And here it is, cottage cheese Siberian crispy pie. I couldn't stand. I know, I'm a greedy foodie. The rhythm of the city. Yeah, I see it's full of energy and confidence now. And a wonderful picture gallery of Novosibirsk with permanent exhibition of pictures of great Nikolai Rerich. And traditionally the relics of our Soviet past, the leader of Great October Socialist Revolution, Lenin, and peasants, soldiers, everything about building communism. And here it is, the legendary Novosibirsk Opera and Ballet Theatre. Massive, elegant, and so grand it looks like Siberia decided to build its own Roman Empire. This is the largest theatre in the world, the largest opera and ballet house in the world, guys, and locals are proud of it, and definitely they should be. While the whole world built trade centers, trade malls, Russians built opera house. Think about it. Inside, world-class ballet and opera performances happen regularly, and today we have a great chance to visit the ballet Romeo and Juliet by Sergei Prokofiev. Great Soviet Russian composer, together with the great poet William Shakespeare, created this wonderful story, wonderful but sad story. And I will try to film inside tonight, and I will show you everything, I'm sure. I love this place because it tells you everything about Russia, even in the coldest regions with harsh climate. Culture matters, beauty matters, art matters, and food matters too. It reminds me that we still need to find the best pelmeni in the world, after ballet. No, before ballet. Our magnificent Siberian opera and ballet house, full of people, fans of ballet. I'm not sure, guys, it's allowed to film inside, but I will try to make it just carefully for you. I mean, Romeo and Juliet. Isn't it impressive? People call Opera and Ballet House the Bolshoi Theater of Siberia. Wow, this amazing chandelier. Romeo and Juliet. Sergei Prokofiev and William Shakespeare. Bravo! Novosibirsk is not just snow and stereotypes. One thing foreigners often misunderstand about Siberia is the people. They imagine everyone is cold and serious. But actually, Siberians are very warm, funny, direct, and incredibly honest. If a Muscovite says, could we meet one day, maybe, perhaps, it means almost never. If a Siberian says, let's hang out together, it means we are eating, we are meeting, no negotiations, no escape. For example, they say, let's meet in a Georgian restaurant in Novosibirsk. I can't say no. I say yes. 1, 2, 3, and we are in Georgian restaurant in Novosibirsk. Here is meat in Georgian style with mashed potato, in my opinion, very oily. And that's what we love in Georgian cuisine, khachapuri. It's a bit weird to have Georgian dishes, Georgian cuisine in Siberia, but we love it. Signature dish here is lamb shashlik and meat pie kubdari. Oh, my mouth is watering. Salad with baked eggplant in Siberia. Wow. My best Siberian friends, she's Larissa, and she's Larissa as well, because it's a very popular name in this region. We have an appointment and I have a question for them. Larissa, Larissa in red, could you please tell me what does it mean to be a Siberian girl or Siberian man? I don't know.
To be a Siberian is to be always awakened, hospitable, and hardworking.
Oh my god. Cheers!
Yes.
I have coffee. Very historical building. The Central Post Office. And here is my alma mater, Novosibirsk Conservatory. Novosibirsk stands in the center of Russia, deep in Siberia, where winters are severe, people are strong, and food needs to be powerful just to help you to survive in harsh, cold winters in -40. We are so lucky today. It's +16 and it's springtime. About 2 million of citizens permanently live here in the capital of Siberia. And of course, the city is very big and it has its own metro. Let's explore it, my dear viewers. There are 15 stations in Novosibirsk underground, and the price for ticket is about $0.50. Let's see what we have inside. Because much water has flown under the bridge since I went by Novosibirsk metro last time. Have you ever seen my videos about Moscow underground? Probably you remember the situation there. The vibe is awful, crazy in Moscow underground, but here is the situation is different. Everything is so quiet. This is our train. We need it only just for one station. So very fast, so easy, so cheap and very convenient. Yeah, great kind of transport. Why not? Located on the both sides of Ob River, the city has several bridges: railway bridge, metro bridge, and 3 bridges for cars, if I'm not mistaken. 2 or 3? 3. And here is new embankment on the Ob River. Looks very relaxing, though it's not a weekend today. Wow, is it wedding day today? Guys, this is the moment we've been waiting for. We are entering a traditional cafe to try Siberian authentic pelmeni. Let's go! Have a look at this wonderful process. How to create the masterpiece Siberian pelmeni. Typical, traditional, very, very authentic, with great taste. I'm looking forward to eating it eagerly right now. My dear viewers, could you repeat it at home? Very, very eye-catching process. А что за мясо внутри?
Свинина, говядина.
Aha, and minced meat, pork and beef inside. And very, very tasty dough. First of all, you have to work a little bit with the fresh dough. I can't stop filming, you know. All Siberian families can cook pelmeni at home for sure, but this cafe is professional pelmeni cafe. It's way better to eat it here. And here is the menu. You can choose among chicken pelmeni, meat pelmeni, fish pelmeni, and Siberian pelmeni. It's kind of mix. And the price is about $5 for 25 pelmeni. Have a look at these beauties. Steaming hot and topped with black pepper and sour cream. Some people add butter and vinegar and mustard. Some add everything and fear nothing. Wow. Here in cold Siberia, this is not food. This is emotional support and survival technology. First bite and sorry guys, it was very, very hot, but what I want to say, very juicy meat, very soft dough, and amazing flavor, typical Siberian. I'm proud of being Siberian girl. Definitely that lady cooking pelmeni has golden hands. It's extremely, extremely delicious. After pelmeni, walking is not optional. It's medically necessary. Novosibirsk railway station is not just a station, it's a green giant palace where trains don't simply arrive, they enter history. This is one of the biggest railway stations in all of Russia, and when you stand here you understand one thing immediately. My Siberia doesn't do small. And this building was completed in 1930s during the time of Soviet architecture that said, why build normal if we can build monumental? Siberian History Museum, former house of Siberian merchant. Looks great. Siberian Academy of Science. Every time in Novosibirsk, I'm really shocked how the old buildings of 19th century are neighboring with modern, stylish skyscrapers, I would say. Wow, the sculpture of business woman. Definitely Novosibirsk is the capital of Russian brains. When you ever come to Russia, don't stop in Moscow or St. Petersburg. Go deeper. Come to Siberia, come to Novosibirsk. Bring respect, curiosity, and empty stomach. And please, my dear viewers, write down in comments how many pelmeni could you eat in one sitting.